All right, today we are going to embark on a journey through rhythm and coordination, which is basically what all drumming is based off of. This is called the Super 6/4 study. It's actually one of my favorite concepts to work on and to share with my students. And it's really designed to help us become more familiar with some sophisticated phrasing and at the same time develop some advanced but really essential coordination. And this is a first part of a 3-part lesson series, which means you'll definitely want to download the free PDF for this lesson, because here we're going to lay the groundwork for the other 2 lessons coming up. Okay, so just hit the link, download that PDF, and let's get right into it. All right, if I were to play this rhythm, you'd probably just think I'm playing a basic shuffle pattern based off of 8th note triplets, right? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. But if I were to give you the pulse while playing this same pattern, you may change your answer. Now this field changed because we're now playing 16th notes, but we're grouping these 16th notes in phrases of 3 notes. And we're playing the first and third note of every 3-note grouping. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. But we're still counting 16th notes. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And since this is a 3-note grouping, we're going to have 3 different variations or positions within the bar. So to keep track of this, we're just going to call these 3 variations, variation A, B, and C. Also, this whole exercise, this whole study is based in the time signature of 6/4, hence the name, Super 6/4 study. And this is for a couple reasons. The first one is we need to get comfortable counting other time signatures rather than 4/4 all the time. We can't be only comfortable with that and neglect all the other ones. And the second reason, and this is pretty important, is that because this is a 3-note grouping, in a bar of 6/4, it'll resolve naturally at the end of the bar. Unlike if we were in 4/4, that phrase isn't going to finish at the end of the bar. It'll actually go what we call over the bar line. And so sometimes that takes a little bit more brain juice to keep track of, and that'll actually take 3 bars of 4/4 for this phrase to naturally resolve. But that's a lesson for another time. Okay, really quick, so let's get comfortable with these 3 different variations or positions. So variation A starts off playing the first 2 notes of the 3-note grouping, and then we're going to rest on the 3rd note. So it sounds like this. 5E and a, 6E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and 4E and a, 5E and a, 6E and 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and 4E and a, 5E and a, 6E and a, 1. Okay? B, variation B, this is a lot like the shuffle we just played. We're basically playing the first note of the 3-note grouping, resting on the 2nd, but then playing on the 3rd. So the 1st and the 3rd is where we're playing. So it sounds like this. 5E and a, 6E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 5E and a, 6E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 5E and a, 6E and a, 1. All right? Now the third and final position is variation C. This has us resting on the first note of the 3-note grouping and playing the last 2. So we're not going to play on beat 1. We're going to start playing basically on the E of 1 and the and of 1. Sounds like this. 5E and a, 6E and a, 1E and 2E and a, 3E and a 5E and a, 6E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 5E and a, 6E and a. All right, now let's apply these rhythms to some basic coordination on the kit, just using the kick and snare. One of the reasons why I really like this exercise or these rhythms is because they comprehensively cover all of the 2-note, 16th note variations. The 1 E's, the E ands, the and us, and the ones. Those 4 16th note variations right there are the bulk of what we play on the kick drum. And as we talk about all the time, especially in the daily drills, bass drum is the groove generator. We need to get really solid and comfortable playing these variations if we're expected to play in a variety of different musical situations. And so we need to be super comfortable with that, super confident with it. So how we're going to do this is we're just going to play alternating 16th notes on the snare drum, right, left, right, left, right, left. And then we're going to play these rhythms on the bass drum. One of the reasons why I like to work on these patterns this way is because generally we feel time better with our hands than we do with our feet. And so this way we can use our hands to really help guide our feet, making sure that we're really evenly subdividing all these bass drum phrases, this rhythm on the bass drum. And so keeping the snare going on 16th notes, it's almost kind of like a guide, a check that we can make sure everything's working together and working as it should. So we don't want to hear any flamming. We want all these notes to be unison. So we're going to play this down. This is going to be all those variations, A, B, and C. Make sure to count that we're in 6/4 again. So I want you to get comfortable counting in 6/4. It might feel weird and awkward at first, but just do it. Count out loud. Don't count inside either. Sometimes when we count to ourselves, we can stop and not really notice, and it just becomes kind of a pointless exercise at that point. But the idea is if we count out loud and we stop counting, we recognize it a lot quicker. So I know it might be a little bit embarrassing. You're wondering who's outside listening to you count. Who cares? All right, this is for us and us to get as good as we can and maximize our practice time. All right, so it's a good thing. Let's check it out. This is variation A, B, and C on the kick.
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, now if you want to take this to the next level, which I know you do, and develop some serious control, all we're going to do is play everything on the snare as soft as possible, while accenting the snare with the notes that line up with the bass drum. So really we're looking to play unaccented notes with accented notes and really creating this big dynamic separation between the two. We want to play as soft as we can to as loud as we can, as consistently as possible. Now, one thing that I want to caution you with, or just help you become aware of, is that when we change our dynamic approach, sometimes the timing between limbs change. And this can create some unintentional flamming. What I mean specifically with this is when we accent the snare with the bass drum, sometimes that timing isn't quite exact, and we're looking to play unison here. We want that unaccented or that accented snare to line up perfectly with that bass drum. So if you find yourself playing this exercise with these accents and it's starting to flam a bit, just slow it down. We just want to slow it down and really dial that in. That's the whole purpose of this exercise.
2,
All right, so let's
3,
check it out.
4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 5. 2, 5, 4, 5, 6.
right, that is it. So the next lesson, we're going to take these exact same phrases and use them to start building our two-way groove coordination. But in the meantime, I want you to use these exercises as daily drills to really focus on playing nice and clean and even between hands and feet. That's the goal here. And also counting in 6/4. We want to internalize these rhythms and be able to count in this newer time signature of 6/4. You got this. I know it. It's going to be great. So until then, what are we doing? We're staying focused. We're practicing with purpose. And I'll see you in the next lesson.